Good morning, America. Breaking overnight, chaos erupts at Los Angeles airport.
A number of shots, people running all directions.
Over reports of an active shooter, the reports were false, but it sent passengers running, scrambling for shelter, even darting onto the tarmac. Officers drawing guns, terminals at a standstill.
Right now, 2 tropical storm systems barreling toward the U.S., the Carolinas, and the Gulf in the path of 2 big storms this morning.
Superstar quarterback Colin Kaepernick sparks outrage, refusing to stand during the national anthem to protest racism in America. Now fans are burning his jersey. Fellow athletes split with the star as the 49er doubles down, speaking out overnight.
Here we go! And Beyonce getting in formation, slaying at the VMAs, setting the stage and social media on fire with her epic performance. Britney Spears making a triumphant return. And Rihanna working it all night long. Plus, Team USA sharing the stage with the biggest stars in the world. We have your all-access pass right here on GMA.
Live in Times Square, this is Good Morning America.
And Good Morning America, what a night at the VMAs. All kinds of superstars take the stage. But when Beyonce's around, it's like no one else is there.
And she was there for 15 minutes. What a performance, stunning the audience and the world. More than 3 million tweets about it. And Beyonce also making history. She is now the owner of the most VMAs ever. GMA was there for all of it. We're going to have much more on that coming up.
That is coming up. But first, that breaking news overnight. Scenes of panic at Los Angeles International Airport after false reports of an active shooter sent passengers scrambling, sprinting for shelter, even out onto the tarmac. It is raising big questions again about airport security, and ABC's Kana Whitworth is on the scene at LAX. Good morning, Kana.
Yeah, George, good morning. It was definitely scary. And like you said, it was a false alarm. Reports of an active shooter here at Los Angeles International Airport causing widespread panic and flight delays. You can see people behind me. They're just now getting rebooked after spending the night in the airport.
Shooting in progress, LAX.
Overnight, pandemonium in one of the world's busiest airports.
A number of shots, people running all directions.
Reports of an active shooter causing chaos at LAX just before 9 p.m. Sunday evening.
A wall of people all running at a full pace.
Hundreds of passengers evacuating from at least 4 terminals, running for safety through emergency exits and onto the tarmac. Many more stampeding to baggage claim.
All of a sudden there was a flood of people saying there's a shooter. I mean, everyone is in a huge panic.
Planes grounded while authorities searched the airport.
They came sprinting back, screaming, "Get down on the ground, stay on the ground." Everyone was very scared.
Trying to identify a possible shooter. Police with guns drawn, passengers dropping to the ground. Detaining this man in a Zorro costume. LA ABC station KABC interviewing the man after he was released. He was so shaken he didn't want to show his face on camera.
I get the police all around me, tell me, put your hands up, I'm not even thinking about what I was wearing. And then it searched me and found out that I had no weapons or anything on me.
But this morning, police say it was all a false alarm.
No evidence of a shooting or anyone down.
Reports of an active shooter proven to be nothing more than loud noises. This just weeks following a similar evacuation at JFK. That scare provoked by loud noises from Olympic celebrations. Hundreds of people were able to push through doors and get onto the tarmac right next to planes. That's a normally restricted area and a security risk. And this morning, they're investigating to find out where those noises came from.
Wow.
Amy?
What a frightening evening, Kana. Thank you so much. Well, now to those tropical threats. Storms moving toward the Atlantic and Gulf Coast, and now North Carolina facing a tropical storm watch. Ginger is here with all the latest. Good morning, Ginger.
Good morning to you. 3 areas of concern. We've got Gaston out there. It's going to stay out to land or away from land, but that, of course, is the first major hurricane of the season. But it is the tropical depressions, both by the East Coast there, with the tropical storm watch in effect for parts of the Outer Banks in North Carolina. That's for Tuesday. So this is coming at us more imminently. And you can see the path there. It turns back out to sea, not without giving quite a bit of rain and certainly some wind gusts up to 45 miles per hour. Again, Tuesday. Then the timing goes Wednesday into Thursday when we start to be concerned about Tropical Depression 9. Again, these are going to race for names. As far as Hermine or Ian, we're going to have to see which one develops first. It turns and makes its way toward Florida, toward that Big Bend and just north of Tampa at this point. That's how the computer models have it. Again, I think it's going to be mostly a heavy rain in some places and wind event, but we'll be updating. George?
A lot coming. Okay, we're going to move on to the race for the White House now. And Donald Trump announcing he will deliver a major speech on immigration this week, trying to clear up confusion after he and his surrogates sent conflicting messages all last week. ABC's Cecilia Vega here with the story. Good morning, Cecilia.
George, good morning to you. That speech will be in Arizona, and all eyes will be watching to see if Donald Trump clarifies what many now view to be a murky position on one of his signature policy issues. This morning, Donald Trump prepping for a major speech on immigration, the very speech he recently canceled during his campaign shakeup. Now, the candidate has a new message, and he is sticking to it.
We will use immigration law to prevent crimes.
His surrogates out in force, saying he's not flip-flopping on immigration. Chris Christie says his position hasn't changed.
This is a guy who's been very consistent on no amnesty, no legalization for folks who have been coming to the country illegally.
But Trump appears to be softening his stance. This was Trump last year.
You're going to have a deportation force, and you're going to do it humanely.
Now it seems no more deportation force.
He is not talking about a deportation force, but he is talking about being fair and humane.
Over the weekend, the Republican candidate trying to clean up after another controversial tweet, weighing in on the Chicago shooting of an NBA star's cousin. At first, misspelling Dwayne Wade's name, and rather than expressing condolences, making a political plea, writing, "Just what I have been saying, African Americans will vote Trump." Later, Trump expressing compassion.
It breaks all of our hearts to see it. It's horrible. It's horrible. And it's only getting worse.
But his new push to win over black voters by reaching out at rallies like this one in Iowa, filled mainly with white supporters.
This shouldn't happen in our country. This shouldn't happen in America.
Now facing backlash. Opponents questioning his general fitness as a candidate.
I mean, basically we have a psychopath running for president. I mean, he meets the clinical definition, okay?
And Donald Trump's team announcing this morning the biggest ad buy so far for them of this campaign, $10 million worth of TV ads to run in the battleground states on the economy. Amy, they are saying that they are going on the offensive.
All right, Cecilia Vega with the latest. Thank you so much. And now new questions this morning for Hillary Clinton about whether some donors to the Clinton Foundation received special treatment when she was Secretary of State. Newly released emails showing a direct line of contact between the foundation and a top Clinton advisor. ABC's David Wright is here with the latest on that. David, good morning.
Good morning, Amy. The Trump campaign has been calling the Clinton Foundation a massive pay-for-play operation, essentially accusing them of selling access to the Clinton State Department. Well, these emails don't prove that, but they do show close ties between the foundation and Clinton's inner circle. That woman leaving a campaign fundraiser with Hillary Clinton last night is Huma Abedin, one of Clinton's closest aides. This morning, new questions about whether Abedin arranged special access for big contributors to the Clinton Foundation during Clinton's tenure as Secretary of State. Emails released as part of a lawsuit by the conservative group Citizens United reveal close ties between the two senior staffs. In one exchange, Foundation executive Doug Band offers names for a State Department lunch with Chinese President Hu Jintao, three of them executives at organizations that gave the foundation millions. Later, Band followed up, asking that one of the three guests be seated at Vice President Joe Biden's table. I'll ask, replied Abedin.
Hillary Clinton's corruption has been exposed again.
The Trump campaign now has a new web ad calling the Clinton Foundation a slush fund.
Allegations of pay to play.
Trump himself has seized on the issue.
The whole world has been shocked by the continuing revelations regarding Hillary Clinton and her pay-for-play State Department.
The State Department denies any of the foundation donors bought influence. So do Hillary Clinton supporters.
We often criminalize behavior that is normal, and I don't see what the smoke is.
And Secretary Clinton herself.
My work as Secretary of State was not influenced by any outside forces.
The Clinton campaign says the release of these emails is a political attack trying to make something out of nothing. And as if Huma Abedin didn't have enough on her plate today, there's another scandal involving her husband, Anthony Weiner. He's the guy you may remember. He resigned from Congress in disgrace after a sexting scandal. Well, he is back in the news today. The New York Post detailing a whole new round of sordid sext messages. George.
Okay, David, let's talk about this with Matthew Dowd right now. And you start out with Hillary Clinton and that news story as well coming out of the New York Post. Anthony Weiner, this is basically the third time. It also came out in his mayoral race as well. So this is going to get in the way of their message. Also, the continuing drip, drip, drip of these emails, even as Hillary Clinton says, and their contention is it shows no special action for these donors.
It's an amazing situation that neither of these candidates, Donald Trump or Hillary Clinton, can seem to put away the other one because of their own problems that have developed in the course of this whole thing. I think we talk about the changes in Donald Trump's campaign. The best person that Donald Trump has going for him is Julian Assange, who basically has its capacity to release a bunch more emails that could get Hillary Clinton into trouble. I think we're going to see this for the next 70 days, George.
What you also saw this morning is that new ad that Cecilia just talked about. I'm going to play a little bit of this ad. It's focused on the economy.
In Hillary Clinton's America, the middle class gets crushed. Spending goes up. Taxes go up. Hundreds of thousands of jobs disappear. It's more of the same, but worse.
I think a lot of supporters will look at that and say, hey, it's about time. There's an ad focused on the #1 issue in the campaign and focused on what everybody wants, change.
Well, absolutely. That's the first time, I think, in 400 days that we've actually seen a message that was pointed and that was right on. The economy is the #1 issue. That people are upset with the status quo in the course of this, and it's the first time we've seen an ad like this. But that ad will not help unless Donald Trump stays on message.
And you've got this speech coming up on Wednesday, immigration, his signature issue. Can he come up with a consistent position?
Well, he's changed positions so many times. We ought to get Ginger involved in forecasting where he's going to be next on this. And of course, he's got to figure this out at some point. He's not a nuanced politician, and if he tries to be nuanced, his supporters are going to wonder about him.
Okay, Matt Dowd, thanks very much.
All right, and now on to the death of Dwayne Wade's cousin, putting Chicago gun violence in the spotlight. 2 suspects, brothers who were on parole for previous gun charges, now in custody. And ABC's Alex Perez is in Chicago with the latest. Good morning, Alex.
Good morning, Amy. Dwayne Wade has long spoken out against the violence here in Chicago. His cousin was walking down the street with her newborn when she was killed.
Less than 24 hours after the 3-time NBA champion Dwayne Wade made this appeal to end gun violence.
We can start the conversation, we can start the work today, and hopefully eventually, we can stop it.
His own cousin, 32-year-old Nakia Aldridge, gunned down on Chicago's South Side. Now, this morning, brothers 26-year-old Darwin and 22-year-old Darren Sorrell are in custody, charged with first-degree murder.
These 2 offenders are the prime example of the challenge we face here in Chicago with repeat gun offenders that don't care who they shoot.
We got a crime scene at 6350. We got y'all case.
Friday, the mother of 4 heading home with her newborn baby after registering her kids for school was struck by crossfire during an altercation between the Sorrells and another man. Wade immediately tweeting, "Another act of senseless gun violence. 4 kids lost their mom for no reason," and using the hashtag enough is enough.
Her life was cut short by gunfire from 2 convicted felons who were both out on parole.
Sunday, the Aldridge family tearfully remembering their beloved Nakia.
The life is gone too soon. Too soon. She was taken away from us.
The city's murder rate up a staggering 48% this year, and police say about 6,000 illegal guns have been recovered since January. That's more weapons than New York and Los Angeles combined.
The system is broken.
Last month at the ESPYs, the newly signed Chicago Bulls star took part in a moving speech with fellow NBA players.
The endless gun violence in places like Chicago, Dallas, not to mention Orlando, it has to stop.
Nakia's newborn was not injured and is now with other family members. Those suspects due in court later today. Amy?
All right, Alex, thank you for the latest update on that. A developing story now from Europe, where authorities are investigating what was initially reported as a car bomb at a police facility in Brussels, Belgium. A car drove through a security barrier outside the Belgian crime lab. That was then followed by an explosion. No one was injured, and police are not ruling out terrorism, but they say the explosion was most likely an arson attack aimed at destroying criminal evidence at that lab. Belgium has, of course, been on high alert following the attack on Brussels airport and subway back in March. Well, for the first time in 5 years, the United States is home to the world champions of Little League. The team from the small town of Endwell, New York, beat South Korea in a World Series nail-biter 2-1, thanks to great pitching and defense. Endwell will hold a parade today for their world champs, with police escorting the team bus. One resident said you can't put into words the impact the team has had on the town, but I love the name of the town. Endwell.
Yeah,
it certainly did.
Fairy tale. That's great. We're going to move on now to the big night at the VMAs. Beyonce is stealing the show. Comeback for Britney Spears as well. Sarah Haynes was there for it all. Good morning, Sarah.
Good morning, George. It was ladies' night at the VMAs. So much anticipation for Britney Spears and Rihanna's big performances. But once Beyonce hit the stage, all bets were off.
Hold up, they don't love you like I love you.
At this year's VMAs, it was all about girl power.
Okay, ladies, now let's get in formation.
Beyonce stealing the show, putting this year's awards into formation.
I ain't sorry, I ain't sorry, I ain't thinking about you.
Live on stage in an epic 15-minute performance.
Beyonce on the right.
Beyonce walking the red carpet with mothers who have lost children to gun violence and police killings. Paying tribute on stage to the lives lost. Rihanna kicked off Pop's big night with a medley of her greatest hits. In 4 different performances.
Pull it up, pull it up. That's so we ball it out. Pull it up, watch it up, fall it out. Shine bright like a diamond. Shine bright like a lily.
She's someone I've been in love with since I was 22 years old.
Rihanna's good friend Drake presenting the star with the Video Vanguard Award.
I have to thank you guys for supporting me over and over.
Pop princess Ariana Grande took the stage with Nicki Minaj, while Kanye West grabbed the mic with a 12-minute rant.
But before I do that, I'ma talk.
But one of the most anticipated performances of the night fell a little flat. Britney taking the stage for the first time since 2007. But the night belonged to Queen Bee. By the close of the show, she earned her place in VMA history, taking home 8 awards, ending the night as the most decorated VMA winner ever.
I've done this without you guys. God bless you guys. Thank you.
Beyonce's 8 VMAs last night, helping her surpass Madonna, who previously held the record with 20 awards.
Wow. Incredible.
I wonder if it's even exciting or if she just walks by and is like, thanks.
Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you.
Let's go back to Ginger. We got some floods there.
We do. By the way, I was just thinking, I sound so much like Rihanna in the bathroom, like in the shower when I sing. In my head, like that's me, but not at all, of course. She sounds so good. Let's go ahead and look just north of Cincinnati, Ohio. More than 5 inches of rain fell, so flash flooding abound. Thankfully, a lot of that has drained out by now. And of course, in Minnesota, we saw tornadoes and hail. Pictures coming in from just east of Fargo. This morning, it's the flood watch in West Texas and parts of Kansas. As that rain fills in, you'll see some areas getting 2 to even 4 inches. Let's get to the select cities now, brought to you by Target.
We were learning about how talented the ancient Greeks were, and suddenly I traveled back in time. I thought I could have been a writer or an athlete. I could have even been an architect. Then I realized I don't have to go back in time to do amazing things. I can start today. Yes, I can.
And a very good morning, meteorologist Brian Vandegraff. Warm day today, muggy, probably hot and muggy if you really want to keep track at home. Stray chance of a shower or storm in the mountains to the west. 92 today will feel pretty toasty. Tomorrow, similar near 90. Once again, an isolated mountain storm. Our best chance of rain comes on Wednesday, highs near 90. Front will come through. It'll feel more comfortable Thursday, Friday. Lower humidity, low 80s. And as far as the holiday long weekend, looking good. Low to mid 80s with good sunshine Saturday and Sunday. Even possibly looking pretty nice into Labor Day.
And coming up on GMA, quarterback Colin Kaepernick speaking out overnight about his decision to sit during the national anthem. Fans are now burning his jersey. The 49ers are standing his ground.